Welcome to 213 Gage Street in Bennington, Vermont. Little unorthodox for the video tour, but I'm actually going to start in the basement because I find that walking downstairs while taking a video is a little dangerous, and I'm trying to be getting wiser as I get older. So I wanted to point out that there is spray foam insulation around this foundation, which definitely helps maintain a more consistent temperature throughout the house and reduces your heating costs. So that is always a nice thing for Vermont. There's a 100 amp electric service here. And there's a lot of stuff in storage down here. It will all disappear before closing. So this is why we're selling, right? We've run out of room. I'm gonna head back here first, but then I'll circle back to this front room. So I'm moving towards the middle of the house right now, just to show you that I've got an oil tank back here. Again, walls are completely insulated, including the box sills up there. It's a partial basement because the section in the back, you'll see when I get to the kitchen and the first floor bathroom and laundry room, that's on just a crawl space. And I'm not going in there. But we do have a concrete floor. This house was built around 1850. So this was originally all a stone foundation. So I love that they have spray foamed it, not just for insulation, but also for water intrusion. That tends to be a big issue with older houses with stone foundations. This acts as a water barrier, so you're not going to get that infiltration here. So really nice, new and improved hot water tank here. This is a heat pump water heater. I love these. I've got one at my house. This is a 50-gallon electric, but it's heat pump technology. It uses 50% less electricity than a standard electric hot water tank. They used to get their hot water off the boiler. That's what this coil is for here. So they're not getting their hot water there anymore. This is a peerless boiler. It's an old-fashioned type, and they don't make them like they used to, right? So the oldies tend to last longer than the new ones, in my experience. So that is going through that chimney right there. And this is all powered by the oil. You can see that the oil line runs through this little groove in the concrete. So it's kind of recessed through there, and it leads right over to that tank. So in addition, back here, there's all this built-in shelving. So the shelving will stay, just not the stuff. And there are also newer plumbing sewer drains that run from this back kitchen and laundry and bathroom through here. So that is awesome. All right, so there's more storage here and underneath the stairs. And then on the other side of the chimney, if you can see just how far back it goes, there is a nice big front room of the basement here that is just all full of stuff. They've got a candle business in running out of this house. So they've got lots and lots of boxes down here. But again, just showing you all of that insulation. It runs continuously around. All right, Jen, now let's get upstairs and start showing them the good stuff. It's a really beautiful home. It's cheerful and bright. When you come in, you will enter from this front porch that wraps around. So you'll come down here and you'll enter this door, not through that door. They don't use that one. You could, but this is their everyday in and out. That's where they've got their welcome rug. So this is actually meant to be the dining room. I did a floor plan for this house because I think it was really important to see how the rooms are meant to be used, not just how they're using it. Like I said, they're running a business here. So this is meant to be a dining room. They use it instead as a den. They've put in this pellet stove that they intend to take with them at their new house. But you'll have a hearth here, and you could have somebody put in a new stovepipe, whether you wanted to do pellet or a wood stove. It is a really great central spot in the house to have that. This cabinet actually used to be part of the kitchen before the kitchen was renovated. So I love that that got saved and it's preserved here. It's not technically built in, but it is staying. So that piece of history and character is permanente here. I'm gonna go to the kitchen, but just to get your bearings, we've got kitchen, bedroom, living room, and then the front hallway to get to the upstairs bedrooms. So we'll do the back first. Very cool tile floor. I love this. It kind of reminds me of a beehive, which, you know, they've got some bee accessories in here. There's a door to the backyard, which is fully fenced. That's how you get there. The island is all built in. There's butcher block countertops, the open shelving, and you might think, gosh, where am I gonna put all of my stuff? I have a lot of stuff. Well, we've got a walk-in pantry right here. So you can fit everything that you need in this incredible pantry. Across from that, we've got the refrigerator, as well as another cabinet up above. So it makes the kitchen really bright and beautiful. Keep it nice and clean and tuck all your stuff back here. There's an electric range. So you've got the stainless steel fridge and range. There is a stainless steel dishwasher. However, the sellers have put in their disclosure report that it does not work. One day it just simply stopped working and they don't know why. They have not tried to repair it. They really didn't need it, so they just started washing everything by hand. There is this cool composite sink. It's one big deep sink and it's got the really nice fixture here so you can do the spray. It's all built in. I love that. So yes, all the shelving in here will stay. Beautiful arabesque tile along this back wall. I really love this shape. It's really pretty. It's just sort of a soft gray, blue, green color. So behind the kitchen, we have the first floor laundry. We're gonna transition here to a vinyl plank floor. This is not real tile, it's vinyl plank. Laundry area, beautiful natural light coming in from the back garden. And then there's one of two full bathrooms in this house. So behind here, we have a large linen closet, tons of storage. This is a large vanity. It's kind of a slate / dark navy blue color. I love that. Lots of counter space. There's the potty. Again, great natural light. They've done a film on the bottom just for some privacy. And then you've got this very tall person friendly overhead shower that's been modified because the seller is quite tall. So you might be tall too and really appreciate that detail. So that's the only shower in the house. The other bathroom upstairs has a clawfoot tub. We're on our way to go see that soon. Bear with me. So through what is supposed to be the dining room, this room here is one of the 3 bedrooms in this house. There's a closet here. All of this shelving is used for their business. So this shelving is going to be removed prior to closing. This is not being considered a fixture. We're disclosing that up front. So a good sized bedroom with the same flooring that runs consistently throughout the rest of the front of the house. So this is where all the magic happens in their candle business. This is meant to be the living room. So one important feature to point out here is this mini split. So it is both for heat and air conditioning. So you have this beautiful central air in the summertime, and then it's also a supplemental heat source in the winter. All of this really fluorescent type lighting overhead in this room and the one next door, all that's going to come out. Again, that's just part of their business. It's a business fixture. So don't be dismayed by that. There's film on one of the windows just for a little bit of privacy. But this is an amazing big space. And they're actually also willing to leave the TV. So flat screen TV all mounted up. Here's the front door, looks out to the porch. And just to give you that swing around. So that's where we started in the middle of the house. And now we are gonna head upstairs. So I love this railing. It's just a really handsome, original detail that they've modernized. Instead of vertical balusters, there's these horizontal ones, and they've painted the steps black. So at the top of the stairs, we have 3 rooms. I'm gonna go to the front first. So this is the primary bedroom. There's a really beautiful rich green color along the top half of the wall and the ceiling with this really chunky wainscoting. It's just a really beautiful, historic looking detail, even though I'm sure it's something that got added more recently. So a couple of windows in the front. There is a walk-in closet. See a step in here, and it goes way back. So lots of storage space. And then I'm gonna go straight and show you the other bedroom. So this is bedroom number 3. They don't have a bed in here. It's just the 2 of them. But this is meant to be a 3rd bedroom. Now, I do want to point out that back in the day, I think that there was a solid wall here because there's a door from the hallway and there's also a door from the bathroom that they obviously don't use, but you could, theoretically, if you needed to have 2 separate rooms up here for some privacy, I suppose that you could put a wall or a partial door back up. So, little window there. They've got it as a cute sitting room. I do want to disclose that they had some water damage up there from slate roof leaks, but that's all been repaired and taken care of. They just need to still get to the painting piece of that, so no worries there. This room also has a huge walk-in closet that goes way, way back. Tons of storage space. And then last but not least, we have the 2nd full bathroom. So this has a clawfoot tub, and I love old-fashioned details like this. Now there is a hand shower. It's just not one of those, you know, up here because we don't have the headroom being on this slanted of the ceiling. But you can lay in the tub and use the hand shower if you need. And I do just want to show you that this door, you know, does exist right here that goes into this other room. So if you needed to make that accessible for something else, you could do it that way. Let me step back so you can see the vanity. This is the same vinyl plank floor as the laundry and the bathroom downstairs. So there's a good overhead light, and there is a fan in here as well. So that's the whole house. On the inside, stay tuned for the outside video.